From the fun and games of East Northeast, we get into the socially active zone of East. East denotes social connectivity, political activity, extrovert behavior. So these are all the characteristics that East imparts to you. And obviously, we all know East is governed by the sun. So that is the governing planet in this place. And it gives you a lot of social connectivity. So if you're doing social media marketing, you need to make sure that you spend at least some time of your day in the east direction. Or if you have a marketing team, you need to make sure that you have the marketing meetings in the eastern direction, because this is the direction that activates your social connectivity. So when we draw an analogy, we say that East Northeast is like a garden with a good amount of grass. You know, when you go into a garden, you love to play on the grass, you love to walk on the grass. That is the best place to play around. So that is the space of fun and games. So when you come to the east, you can draw an analogy with grown-up trees. So when the trees grow up, what happens is people like to get together under the trees and discuss various issues like politics, like social issues, and all these issues are discussed under the shade of the trees. In fact, in the ancient times, this is what used to happen, and even today, if you go to the park, you will see that under the tree, there's always a good gathering of people that are discussing various issues. So this is the analogy for the east. If the east is imbalanced, if there is an energy imbalance in the east, what happens is you tend to become an introvert. You don't socialize too much, and slowly you are totally cut off from social act. So if you have that kind of an issue where there's not very many people coming to visit you and you don't have much of social interaction, check your east. If there is a toilet in the east, or if there is a dark red color or dark green color, or only white, pure white in the east, milky white in the east, then you face these kind of issues where you tend to get socially ostracized. In fact, people say these are a funny kind of people that don't like to socialize, and we also don't want to socialize with them. So if you have any of these issues, you need to look at your east. In fact, when we are doing the Vastu for politicians, we always make it a point to ensure that the east is perfect, because any defects in the east will give them problems in terms of reaching out to people, getting votes, and generally being popular among the people. So if your east is not good, you will never be popular among the social circle. So this is east. It affects you in a social manner. There are some people who like to remain introverts. Well, for them it's okay. They can go ahead the way they want. But if you like to have some kind of social activity, you need to make sure that your east has a proper energy balance. It's very important to do that. And if you're into politics, it's even more important to ensure that your east is perfect. So in fact, we advise marketing teams to have their meetings in the eastern direction, because it gives them increased confidence, it gives them increased social reach. So it's a very good direction for increasing your social reach. But I'd like to add a disclaimer again: please don't try and sort out these directions yourself, because at times you could do it wrong and everything will go haywire. Take advantage of our free consultation and contact us and let us know in what way we can help you.